Alright, here is in my opinion the best build for Kingpin. Besides this build you can also build him for damage over time, because his upgrades means he will do 25% more damage versus debuffed enemy. Damage over time is a debuff, so that's why it could also work. I haven't tested that build because I'm really happy with the build that I did, so let's get on with it. Let's cover the core upgrades first. Pain Reflex is one of those skills that will make Kingpin on highest difficulties special ability always ready to fire. It's one of the essential things that I'm building this build on. When Kingpin gets a melee kill, he automatically gains the buff from his equipped special ability. That's also one thing that I'm building my build on. Kingpin Mayhem ability ends in explosion that inflicts damage on all enemies that were already dancing. Really cool addition to his already good Mayhem ability. These are his upgrades. Special ability power. This is the one that I was talking about. Plus 25% damage to enemies with debuffs. If you want to go for damage over time, which I didn't. Plus 50% shield reboot is very good because you get shields up 50% faster when they deplete. Let's first cover the tech that I have. Elite tech that I have equipped, I'm using on special gadget. It increases durations for buffs and debuffs. This particular elite tech can also be used on passive gadget, which will mean that when you use your special ability it will restore 40% shields. If you want more defensive build and if you have this elite tech, then put it on your passive gadget. If you want more offensive with more damage, you will put it on your special skill. The other that I have, Legion Tech, is Big Bumping. It gives me 12% increased damage from his basic weapon, straightforward there, no explanation needed. And the third one increases Mayhem ability duration for 40%. I have a lot of, for some reason, Legion Techs, so that's why I wanted to give you guys a glance of what I'm using. Here we go. The special ability one I'm using is the Gun Machine. It inflicts damage and vulnerability, which is a debuff also, so you're going to do 25% more damage against them. And you will also gain Precision and Empower. Precision means your attack range will increase and you're going to do more damage with Empower. So that's pure DPS move. Dare to Flare inflicts damage over a larger area, and it also inflicts enemies with damage over time, which is also considered a debuff. Sorry, it does bonus damage to enemies inflicted with damage over time, but you gain Haste and Fortify, which are mostly defensive skills. The same thing goes for Shot Caller. It's better for defensive playstyle. I'm building Kingpin now as a pure offensive character. As for the weapon one, I'm using 20% increased weapon damage while his special ability is on cooldown. Where we have special ability, we're going to use it, and when it's on the cooldown, we're going to get 20% increased damage with our main weapon, which is absolutely fantastic and essential if you want to be a glass cannon. The other one that is good is also Blood Rush. It reduces special ability cooldown by 8% for each kill. Sleight of hand is not that great compared to these two. For the passive one, I'm using Patient Stopper because special ability cooldown is irrelevant because of our upgrade core. And we're going to get 30% more damage with the special ability when we use it. The other options that you have here are Supersized, which is also good. It will increase your survivability rate with more shields and more health. And the other one is Memento Mori. It means that your special ability will inflict damage over time as well, next to vulnerability. As for the squad, I suggest putting Oni in the squad because of his plus 20% weak point damage. That's really useful with Kingpin because he does a lot of damage as it is. Plus 20% is a huge boost to his DPS. And I'm also using red card because of his plus 30% melee damage, because whenever we kill an enemy with our melee attack, we gain Empower and Precision, which is our special ability buff. So that's why I want to get easier kills with my melee attacks. Now for the fighting part. Here in this video you will see how you should be playing Kingpin with this build. His damage is one of the best in the game, and that's why I even buffed it more with some weak point damage from Oni and with that Empower buff from our special ability that we get. And that is why you see also why I'm finishing mostly my opponents with melee attack. If you finish opponent with your melee attack, your core upgrades gives you an ability to have that buff from your special ability, which means Empower and Precision. And that is the reason why I'm using red card, so that it's easier to finish these bastards on the highest difficulty, which I am playing on right now. Kingpin also has one beautiful thing, and that is his mobility. He's so goddamn agile, and you can also dash in mid-air, that he's going to be tough to kill. Because of the higher difficulties and the amount of damage you are receiving in those, your special ability will be constantly off the cooldown. Whenever your health drops below 75%, 50% and what's the last one? I think 25%, your special ability immediately gets off the cooldown. That's why I'm using that passive where my cooldown is longer, but I have 30% increased damage. With vulnerability upon my enemies and our 25% damage versus debuffed enemies and plus Empower, we are doing insane amounts of damage at once. You should be careful though, because this is a glass cannon build and you will die easily on the highest difficulty. That's all I can add to Kingpin, one of the best DPSers in the game if you build him this way. With your Legion tech you will be able to upgrade him to your liking even further. I'm pretty happy with the setup that I got. Thank you all for watching. Check out the description please for more channels. We got lots of things in the description for you guys that are new to RPG Division. And please follow us on VidMe. Thank you all for the support and see you soon.